Hi everyone, I hope you all are great. Today we will have conjunctive adverbs. First, you have to log in using the aplusstudent.com. Click on your name, move on to language at the grade 6. Chapter is conjunctive adverb. Lesson will be transitions with conjunctive adverbs. Alright, so conjunctive adverbs are words that connect to sentences or independent clause and show the relationship between them. Conjunctive adverbs can help readers understand how ideas within a piece of writing relate to one another. So it helps you understand how ideas within a piece of writing relate to one another, okay? So, for instance, we have conjunctive adverbs can, okay, they can show cause and effect. So, this certain conjunctive adverb can show cause and effect. That is consequently, therefore, as a result, and so many others, okay? So, this shows cause and effect. Then, compare or contrast ideas. We have likewise, however, on the contrary. Then, the ones that add information, we have moreover, in addition, furthermore. And then introduces elaboration, we have incidentally, for example, in fact. So these are the different ways that conjunctive adverbs are used, okay? So to use a conjunctive adverb, consider how the idea and the text relates to one another and what relationships are suggested by different conjunctive adverbs. An avid traveler, Sarah visits several foreign countries each year. Consequently, she has accumulated a large collection of souvenirs from around the world. So, consequently, it shows like cause and effects. So the conjunctive adverb consequently shows that Sarah's traveling is the reason that she has collected so many souvenirs. So you have to make sure that it's making sense in the sentence and it is showing the relationship in that sentence. Okay? So we have most people are aware of the eight basic blood type, which is A, B, B, and O, each of which can be negative or positive. Dash each of these eight types can actually be classified into millions of varieties based on the antigens that coats red blood cells. So, however, is the most suitable one there. Okay, so let's go to the test. You can share your answers with me. So we have complete the text with the best conjunctive adverb. When hunting prey at night, Japanese sea catfish use their sense of smell, their hearing, and their ability to detect vibration. Dash, as scientists have recently discovered, these fish can additionally notice slight chemical changes in the water that indicates the presence of sea worms. Is it also or however? What would be the right one here? So we have also, okay. So scientists believe that more than 4 billion years ago, a planetary body named Taylor slammed the Earth and created the moon. Dash Earth and the moon share very similar chemical composition. Still or consequences, which of them? All right, so we have consequently. Okay, so on the Hubble Space Telescope, two new cameras, the Advanced Camera for Surveys and the Wide Field Camera 3, can now capture ultraviolet light. Dash the Hubble Ultra Deep Field image of 2014 shows far more galaxies than were visible in the 2009 image. So is it first or second? So we have as a result. Hi to you on the chat. In China, mountainous areas are being flattened to make more room for new construction. Dash in the United States, mountain tops are being removed so that miners can access coal reserves. So is it going to be therefore or likewise? Okay, so what do we have? Likewise. Okay, so what do you think is the right one here? Zoologist Diane Fossil was an expert on mountain gorillas. She established a research center in Africa, campaigned against poaching, and wrote a book, Gorillas in the Mist, detailing the story of her work. Dash, the 1988 film based on the book, was nominated for several distinguished awards. For example, incidentally, all right, so we have what? For incidentally, okay? I need to do laundry, walk the dog, take out the garbage, empty the dishwasher, and go grocery shopping today. Mrs. Strand said when her son asked her for a ride to the movie theater. Dash, I'm busy. So first or second? In other words, I'm busy. In 1846 in Paris, Anthony Joseph Sachs patented the saxophone, it is noteworthy for being the first instrument to employ a brass bell and a reed together. Dash its signature sound became an elemental force in the birth of jazz. Is it first or second? All right, so we have in addition, okay? So the movie we watched last night had the same overused formula. Boy meets girl, they date, they break up, and in the end they get back together. Dash, I was entertained. Furthermore, or nevertheless. Okay, so what do we have over here? Nevertheless. Okay. So, why do some people seem more prone to mosquito bites than others? Various studies have found that body type, skin bacteria, and genetic factors play a role. That wearing certain colors may also attract mosquitoes, hence or incidentally. So we have incidentally, okay? Not hence. All right, so what do you think is the answer to this one? Is it otherwise or as a result? Okay, so we have as a result, glass started composing. Okay. In 1917, prohibition was enforced in the District of Columbia, are all bars and all bars there were ordered to close. That's nearly 3,000 speakers is opened and illegally served liquor. Nevertheless, or in addition. So we have nevertheless 3,000. Okay. So what do you think is the right one here? Is it going to be consequently or however? Okay, we have, however, recently discovered. Okay, so some wild animals are primarily monogamous. Swamps, for instance, form bonds that last many years and sometimes for life. Dash, French angelfish leave horns and travel with their chosen mates and form bonds that often last their entire lives. However, or likewise. All right, so we have likewise. Okay, so after Louis Mayer won the 1936 Indianapolis 500, he drank buttermilk to celebrate. Dash, it became a tradition for the winner to drink milk before accepting the trophy. Does or otherwise? So we have thus, it became a tradition. Okay, so what do we have here? However or furthermore. Alright, so we have, however, Otto Alice Walker later rekindled interest in Huston's work. Okay. Most people are aware of the eight basic blood types A, B, and O, each of which can be negative or positive. Dash each of these eight types can actually be classified into millions of varieties based on the antigens that coat red blood cells. First or second. Alright, so we have however, okay? Animals that are blind or nearly blind have ways to maneuver around their environment without sight. Dash most use their incredible sense of smell and bats use echolocation. So moreover, or for example. Alright, so we have for example. Okay, that's it for our lesson on the conjunctive adverbs. Can you tell me if you have any questions? What's your question? Okay, since we have no questions, we'll end here. Complete this lesson if you haven't done it before. See you all next time. Bye, everyone.